Hi, Emily Dickinson. How are you doing today?
Well, hello there.
You look so fabulous.
Thank you.
I'm wondering what political party you fall under, Republican or Democrat?
Well, back in my day, the two parties were switched, so then I would have been considered a Republican, and I hated the Democrats. But today I would be considered a Democrat, and I would hate the Republicans.
What happened to your eye, and why were you treated for a painful ailment?
I suffered from a disease called iritis. It's inflammation of the fine muscles of the eye, and I feared becoming blind. The ailment was for my eyes, and so I had surgery on them.
Is that why you're wearing your sunglasses?
Yes, it is.
Oh, very nice. What's it like writing almost 1,100 poems in 10 years?
Well, it's very, very time-consuming, and a lot of hand cramps.
Can you describe to us what slant rhyme is?
Slant rhyme is like no rhyme at all. I use a lot of this throughout my work.
What are some possible reasons you use dashes instead of periods or commas within your work?
I use dashes to possibly make pauses while the poem was being read out loud, or to create suspense, or to make note that I stopped to think about my next line, simply.
Is it true you have your own private meaning or symbols for words?
Yes, because I spent so much time alone, I created different meanings for some words in my own head.
In your poem, Because I Could Not Stop for Death, is there any fantasy of death or fear?
Well, I like to play with the idea that death is a good and courteous thing as he arrives on a carriage, and the willingness to go makes it seem as though it is a positive thing. But death starts to turn to a cold embrace towards the end as I realize that I'm not being taken to paradise, simply to my grave for eternity.
Oh, very dark.
Yes, indeed.
You wrote about fame and success a lot, yet you publish anonymously. Did you yearn to be famous or successful?
I wouldn't want to be famous or successful. Both things come with too much negativity and just simply bring people down. Just remember, mo money, mo problems.
Why did you never get married?
I like to be alone, really. I wasn't the type to entertain guests. I kind of only had one friend, John.
I get the hand again.
You wrote quite a few love poems. Were there any of them meant for anyone in particular?
I wouldn't say any one in particular, if you know what I mean.
Was the underlying theme unrestrained passion in your poem Wild Nights, Wild Nights?
In a sense, yes. I stated in the line, "Wild nights should be our luxury." This implies something extravagant and awe-inspiring, much like making love. Then in the line, "Done with the compass, done with the chart," I'm stating that I no longer need direction because I know exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Unrestrained sexual passion.
Ooh. Your last stanza involving the Moor is interesting. Can you give me an idea as to why you compare the previously thought to pure sexual desire to a moor?
I think you're confusing a moor, as in a barren land, to a mooring like an anchor for a boat. Both could be used in this circumstance, seeing how it could be interpreted as someone latching onto another, a mooring, or it could be a moor as in a barren landscape because you are vulnerable.
Well, thank you, Emily Dickinson. It was nice that you joined us today.
I go home now. I didn't. There we go. It's nice and pretty.
Look good. Sexy.
Alright.
Add them boobies.
Yeah, there we go. Nice and cool. Ooh, okay, that's chilly.
How does it look?
That doesn't look real. Point it out more like this way.
There we go.
Like that?
Like top to bottom.
Kind of like, or like...
So it's like they're more like
Nipple?
nipply. They're more nipply than like, yeah.
There we go. Got some big old nipples on there.
It's a good one. Smell good?